Let's dive into nutrition. I'm going to cover everything you need to know to create a successful transformation using nutrition. What do I eat? That's the big question. That's the confusion that most people have. Aside from the training, what do I eat? How do I eat? Very, very simple. You know, the standard bodybuilding diet has worked for decades and decades now, and there's an exact reason for that. There's three main things that our body needs. We need proteins, we need fats, and to some extent we need carbohydrates. If we optimize those three nutrition sources, we will get our vitamins and minerals, period. Macronutrients, micronutrients, that can all be achieved in just those basic three food groups. Now, as far as caloric counting goes, how much do I eat, etc., that really gets overly complicated. It is entirely simple. Eat at the first sign of hunger. Most people go through about 2, 3, maybe up to 4 hours before they start feeling hungry. Now, whether that's in the stomach or mental, fog, mental fatigue, maybe you start to feel tired. Those are all signs of hunger. When we take in optimal fuel at that point, our body is able to continue to function. Our brain feels awesome. We're able to think clearly. We feel our best. So the first signs of hunger we should be eating. You don't need to count calories. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It does not create a better transformation. Very simple portion control. Our ratios are determined by our hand. If you use your hand, if you have a hand, at least one, you're going to know the exact ratio that you need, all right? Every meal should have a palm size, a hand size serving of protein. Whether you're eating lean proteins at certain times or proteins with fat, palm size. Starch. We want low glycemic starches, but primarily we don't want to be shooting our blood sugar up. If our blood sugar goes way up, we're eating stuff with a lot of sugar, it's going to experience a crash, and we're also going to be more likely to store body fat. So, fist-sized serving of carbohydrate right there. Next, green vegetable. Should be green. The best, most nutrient-dense vegetables are green. There's a couple exceptions in this same family. You have like cauliflower and some other things, but by and large, the green veggies are the most nutrient-dense. 2 fists, that's it. Or if you only have one hand, use this one. 2. 2 plus. If you're super hungry, add a little bit more vegetables. It's not going to harm you. It's going to be better. 2 fist size. Finally, fats. If I'm cooking with fat, fat gets the thumbs up on our program. We need fat for our cellular health, and every cell of our body needs fat. So fat is an essential nutrient. Do not cut out fat out of your diet. Don't cut out carbs out of your diet. They're all needed. All three, fats, proteins, and carbs. All these crazy diet plans nowadays, they're trying to remove one thing, and to some degree it's successful, but it's creating long-term problems for a lot of people. Some can get away with it with no carbohydrates, but by and large, carbohydrates is the most energy efficient, easiest to utilize. It's about eating the right types of carbs, the right starches at the right times, and we teach exactly how to time that on our system. Fats gets the thumbs up. Keep it to about a thumb size. When you're cooking, coconut oil. Coconut oil is the best. Maybe a little olive oil if you want to rotate it. We address all these specific needs in our program. Our program is the only program that includes a multi-stage nutrition program. So you come in and you're eating the standard bodybuilding diet. You're eating 5 to 6 times a day. In the ratios that we just mentioned, we tell you exactly what proteins, exactly what starches. We tell you the best green vegetables. Then, next stage, we start rotating stuff. Yes, there is benefit from removing carbohydrates from your diet, just like there's benefits from removing fat from your diet. But that doesn't mean it should be done all the time. Once you hit specific windows, certain markers, your body is going to be ready to use those again. We teach you exactly how to rotate those successfully for optimal fat loss, for increasing muscle mass, and just feeling better, expressing your full body's potential. Okay? That's a rotate. Rotate to accelerate. But we need that base. We establish the base, then we accelerate it with the rotation of the macronutrients, the fats and the carbs. Lastly, it's not cheating if you have a hall pass. I love that phrase. That obviously brings up a different topic, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about our nutrition. You can't just be 100% strict all the time. It doesn't work mentally, it doesn't work emotionally, it doesn't allow you to live your life. On our system, just like a lot of other systems, there is a cheat day. There's a couple ways that helps us. It keeps certain hormones like leptin elevated. If you're constantly trying to diet, if you're taking in way too little calories, your body's going to think it's starving. It's going to think that there's a famine. We're wired for survival. It'll start decreasing your metabolism. You're going to have the opposite effect. You're going to be eating less and less, and then you're going to actually be gaining fat. That's the worst case scenario. I've seen a lot of people, they're doing the work, they're actually in the gym, they're training their butts off, and they're being strict on their diet, and they're not getting the results they want because they're not eating enough, they're eating the wrong things, they're not eating frequently enough. On this program, and in general, once you go through it, you might be even eating more than you're used to, but our body is now able to utilize it properly because of our training. So it combines all these different elements that have been successful. Now, the last thing I touched upon is the mindset. I have specific drills for every need. You're watching this, maybe you have some anxiety or fear around this topic. Maybe you don't really think very highly of yourself right now because you're deconditioned and you just don't feel very good. You don't feel powerful and strong. You feel sluggish. You don't have energy. All those things can be addressed by our mindset. We practice new thoughts. We look exactly the beliefs that are not contributing, the unhelpful or irrational beliefs, and we go in and we start working out those. So that's the basics. That's a basic overview of what exactly we do. I like to say, the word that comes to mind is optimal. Everything in this program is optimized. The training, the nutrition, the mindset, the lifestyle, it's all here. If there is a resource a coach can provide, I will give it to you. And if I can't provide it for you, I know someone that can. So hopefully you filled out your details. I'd like you to log a call with me. I do free consultation calls, free introductory sessions. I demonstrate in the span of an hour exactly how to get stronger. I will make you stronger in an hour. You'll feel stronger. I'll show you how to move better. And it'll all start to click and make sense. So get on the call with me. Let's schedule a time to get in the gym. I have a promotional pricing for the next several weeks in effect for New Year's. So let's get this going. Thanks. Again, my name's Zach. Really look forward to talking to you. Have a great day. Thank you.